Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today we're taking a closer look at some news-making waves in Texas politics.
Big waves, yeah.
It's about Angela Paxton, the state senator, married, of course, to Attorney General Ken Paxton.
hmm
Our sources are really focusing on this recent divorce filing, what's in it, the background, and, the political side of things.
Exactly. And our goal here really is to unpack the main facts, sure, but also dig into why this is grabbing so much attention.
Right.
Because it's more than just personal news. It's a real case study in how someone's private life and their public role can get tangled up
Seriously tangled.
and create these, well, significant political ripples.
Okay, so let's dive in then. Angela Paxton, she's been the state senator for District 8 since 2019.
Yep.
And she's just filed for divorce from Ken Paxton, the AG. The filing, according to our sources, cites biblical grounds.
That's a specific phrase, yeah.
And it also mentions recent discoveries. Now, that term biblical grounds, it often points towards certain things like infidelity, right?
It certainly carries that weight for many people. And the recent discoveries part?
hmm
Well, the connection seems pretty clear.
To the extramarital affair that was reported earlier.
That's the widespread understanding, yes.
Mhm.
And this is after, what, 38 years of marriage?
38 years, 4 kids.
Yeah.
Quite something.
And that's what's fascinating, isn't it? How a personal legal document, especially using that kind of language, it just instantly becomes this huge political story. And Angela Paxton herself, she's not just the wife, she has her own standing.
Absolutely. Before the Senate, she was a math teacher.
And a counselor, too, I believe.
That's right. And her financial disclosures, they suggest a net worth, somewhere between maybe $1 and $10 million. So she has her own professional history.
And then you layer on the political situation. Her husband, Ken Paxton, is running for U.S. Senate.
Which changes everything.
Right. This divorce filing isn't happening in a vacuum. The sources are stressing how politically significant this is. It could really impact both of their public careers.
No question. It really highlights that tension between, personal loyalty and public duty. Remember, she couldn't even vote in his impeachment trial last year.
Because of the conflict of interest, yeah. A very direct example of how intertwined things are.
Exactly.
And that Senate run you mentioned, that just cranks up the volume on all of this, doesn't it?
For sure.
Every detail of this personal situation gets magnified. It makes you ask, how does this private decision, especially one framed in moral terms, how does that affect his campaign, her political future? It really puts public figures under this constant, intense spotlight.
It does. Even with her own career, her own background, so much of the focus now is because of her husband's situation and his Senate ambitions.
Which raises that bigger question, right? Is this about accountability, or does it just end up distracting from, say, policy debates? It's tricky.
So, thinking about all this, what's the big takeaway for you regarding private lives and public service today? We've seen a very personal decision. The divorce, the specific grounds cited,
Linked to the alleged affair, yeah.
become this major political narrative, especially with such high-profile people.
Right. The key players, Angela Paxton, sitting state senator, and Ken Paxton, the AG, aiming for the U.S. Senate. Their long marriage, their public roles, it's all under a new kind of intense scrutiny now. And Angela's own political identity and career, well, they're now being viewed through this very personal lens. It brings up questions about character, trust, things that go beyond the usual campaign talk.
So here's something to think about, especially since everyone agrees this is politically significant. With the U.S. Senate race involved, what does this episode really tell us about where private life ends and public service begins today? How much can deeply personal actions reshape political stories? And what does that mean for how we see politicians and maybe what we expect from them? You have to wonder, is there any private space left at all for people in these kinds of roles?